about Counterspy, the game. Counterspy was a game that I picked up. That I picked up with PSN Plus's free month of games in March. I was kind of really bored of Bloodborne. Just played a lot of it, and it was tiring me out, like any Dark Souls game was. And so I decided just to pick up a random game for my PS Vita called Counterspy. Counterspy is done by Dynamighty games, which is a great name, by the way, and it's published by Sony. And you can play it pretty much on any platform: PS3, Vita, PS4. I played it on the Vita, and I would say to us the Vita is probably pretty much the best platform for the game. It may be a little bit better in PS4, but the Vita probably is the best movement, I'm guessing. Counterspy is this really cool game. It's like this, it has to deal with like old Cold War. It's basically a Cold War game. It's basically your classic James Bond type of game. You move around with this spy, and you go between two different factions. And you're under the secret organization that's basically mutual, and you go between the Russians and the Americans pretty much. Although it's not stated that they're the Russians and the Americans, but it's pretty obvious, by the geography, location, and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. There's different maps you play. I think there's about a good amount of levels. It's like 13 to 20 different levels. The maps stay fairly the same. It just gets really harder and harder and harder. You can choose either doing between stealth. You can go behind people. You can be on the stairs and just grab the guy and throw him down. There's just a lot of different ways you can go around. You can shoot them with different guns. There's one that throws a person to sleep. There's a silencer gun. There's one gun. There's just a normal pistol. There's a grenade launcher to different really weapons that you can lock throughout the game. There's a lot of cool unlockables. You can unlock these different guns. There's also like these different formulas that can change just the way the game's played. What's really interesting is they have this alert system. It ranges from I believe 5 to 1. And once it gets to 1, you basically have a timer that you have to go against, and you have to beat the level by that timer. And if you don't, you pretty much die in the game. And so, which is makes it real difficult, because if an enemy sees you, he can actually alert the timer, and you can raise the status, I guess. It will go up from 5 to 4 to 3 to finally it's 1. And then you can find these certain officers. Even if you point them, they'll automatically surrender, and it lowers that timer, that alert timer. And so there's that, and there's these different cameras that can also alert the timer and things like that. It's just really interesting. You have the stealth, and then you can also go behind these, barrels, and then you have this gun pointer type thing. And it's pretty fun. It's really a good game. It doesn't take you too long, especially if you're on a bus and you're just waiting, you want to play a game for fun. I would definitely play Counterspy that way, unless you want just something that just to change gears and play it on your PS4 and PS3. But I would definitely pick it up for the Vita. It's definitely a fun game to look forward to, and I think it's just one of those games that just is really surprising. It was oh, I wasn't sure about this game at all, and it really definitely gave me one of the surprises. And it's pretty good to beat, and you definitely maybe want to play it again to try to unlock all these different trophies that you can win throughout this game. And so it's been fun. Thank you for watching my video on Counterspy. Hope to do more videos like this. Like my video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. And just thank you. All right, bye.